Oh, yes, yes, yes. What's going on, everybody? This is your man, Martin Anaya, and you are watching The Breakdown, the show that deals with all things cinema. And yes, 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 it is that time again. We're talking about the Sacramento International Film Festival. I thought you knew. I thought you knew. It's August the 29th through the 31st. It's coming up, and I want to get you excited. As a matter of fact, I want to get you excited so bad, I'm going to do a little something to make that happen. Are you ready, Jason? Go ahead and hit it for me.
Welcome to the 30th Anniversary Sacramento Film Festival. Join us the 29th of August for a party extravaganza featuring a mixer and a late-night dance party by DJ Freeze. Join Sacramento's premier cinema experience this summer. There is only one Sacramento Film Festival, and that means only one thing: cinema excitement.
Man, I was almost starting to, it almost brought me back to high school. I was about to start popping and locking here for a second. Yes, it is the Sacramento International Film Festival. It is on like Donkey Kong. It is in there like swimwear. It's off like a prom dress. Wait a minute. Hang on. Listen, it's going to happen. It's going down. It is August the 29th through the 31st. That's this month, y'all. It's coming up. So if you're watching this live or if you're watching it on a delay, but you haven't gotten past August, you're in good shape because we're going to introduce you to some of the filmmakers for this festival. You know, a lot of people still ask me the question. They go, Marty, what is a film festival? And I would think by now most people know what that is. But for those of you who are maybe uninitiated and you just never been to a film festival before, just think about it like a big potpourri, like a cafeteria, a smorgasbord, if you will, right? You just pick what you like, right, of cinema. And there are a bunch of things to go through. So if you don't hear anything else tonight, or if you get confused, just do me and you a huge favor. Go to that website, sacramentofilmfestival.com or californiafilm.net. The California Film Foundation is our sponsoring entity. And yes, it's our 30th anniversary for the Sacramento Film Festival. Woohoo! Thought you knew. And again, if you go to that website, californiafilm.net, you'll get all the 411. You can click through. You can watch trailers to everything. So we're not going to talk about everything tonight, but we are going to give you a little bit of a flavor. Does that sound fair enough? All right. Now, without further ado, what I'd like to do, I want to introduce a couple of the folks that are in a program today. And by the way, guys, you filmmakers, I want you to stay through to the end because I want to bring you all back, like just so we can do a little family photo at the end. But I want to introduce you to a couple of filmmakers, one of whom I've known for some time and one of whom I'm really literally just meeting right now. The first one is Jenny Stark of the film The Rink. Hi, Jenny. Hello.
Hey.
How you doing? You trying to get it together over there?
I was actually putting together my trailer.
Putting together your trailer as we speak in real time. I love it. Hey, man, welcome to the middle part of the first part of the new century. So we appreciate that. And I also want to bring in, if we can, Leslie Silver from the film Out Here. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Leslie, we got to ask you to turn your microphone on for us. Yes, ma'am. Hi, nice to meet you. So while Leslie's getting that mic together, let me go ahead and start with you, Jenny. Now, I know you as the film gal from Sac State, and you've been there for a minute, right? Teaching these youths how to make movies. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's been 22 years since I started teaching there, but the film program didn't get started until 2012.
Well,
so we didn't.
But you still had some film. I know you had people that graduated as film majors, even though there wasn't really a program per se. Isn't that correct? Couple famous ones, right?
Oh, well, they, I think
they kind of made their own major back in the day.
Yeah, I think that
Well, you think about it, because I know who they are. I'm testing your knowledge. All right, now let me ask a question. Leslie, were you able to get you got your mic working there? No. Okay. Tell you what. Why don't we do this? Why don't we work on your mic? We're going to drop you out, Leslie. We're going to bring you back in here in a minute. Don't worry, we still love you. But you see if you can get your mic working, and we'll see if we can't bring you back in here. And for the moment, I'll just want to talk to you, Jenny. Talk to me about your own filmmaking journey. We can always go back and you know what? We should do a whole show on the Sac State alum. I think that would be a great thing. As a matter of fact, one of the alum of your organization, of your esteemed higher learning institution, is actually on our crew and has been supporting us for some time. Eatsing, I know you know Eatsing, and she's actually watching from Costa Rica right now. So hi, Eatsing at home. And if you want to chime in, Eatsing. And by the way, anybody who's watching on any of the social media handles, if you want to go ahead and ask a question or whatever, feel free. But Jenny, if you would, let's start from the beginning, from where we are right now, and then we can move backwards. But talk to me about this wonderful movie that you're going to bring on the 30th with a program that we call World's Greatest Shorts. What's the name of the movie, and tell me a little bit about it.
The movie is called The Rink, and it is about a former student of mine, Michael Love, and he actually was part of a program inside Folsom Prison where students were getting bachelor's degrees, and he was in prison for upwards of 30 years and finally got out because of all of the great work that he was doing with his education and just doing really well overall. He was able to get out, and one of the places that he missed from the 80s, actually, because that's when he was incarcerated, was the Rink in Sacramento.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we have, I'm going to ask Jason. I don't know if we have a trailer, but we definitely have a little picture. Now that's him, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, that's Michael Love.
And you're telling me that he was a student of yours and then ended up incarcerated and then ended up finding his way back into society. Is that what you're saying?
Well, he was a student of mine actually while he was incarcerated. We were offering a bachelor's degree in communication studies at Folsom State Prison.
Wow.
And so I went into Folsom State Prison and I taught a couple of classes, and he was one of my students and got out, graduated and got out. He was one of the first ones that we had.
That is amazing.
And I actually saw him on social media at the skating rink, and I just thought like his vibe was so great, you know, like
100%.
That I wanted to make a video about him going.
And Jenny, it is an absolutely really sweet, wonderful movie. And by the way, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that we've got it in that World's Greatest Shorts program, which again plays on Sunday the 31st, and it is with some other really wonderful movies. That Out Here, the film Out Here, which I think we're going to try to talk to one of those filmmakers as well, is just absolutely phenomenal. And so let me see. I don't know if we've got Leslie back on here, but let me see if we can bring her back on. Leslie, were you able to get your can you talk? No, we still can't hear you. All right. Well, Leslie, I'll tell you what we will do. We love you, and so much so we're going to play a little trailer from your movie. Does that sound fair? I think Jason has that one. Jason, do we got that trailer? If we do, roll it. Oh, okay. Well, that's what we got. We got a little picture from it. Now, this one has won several film festivals, but it's going to be playing with your movie. And Jenny and Leslie, I couldn't be more excited for you guys, and I couldn't be more excited for this program. And again, folks, CaliforniaFilm.net. Do yourself a favor. Go get those tickets. If you don't like it, if you don't like that program, if you don't like the World's Greatest Shorts, if it doesn't live up to the hype, you come find me. I'll give you your money back. I promise you. It'll be the first time I've ever had to do it, but I'll do it because that's how sure I am that you're going to like it. I apologize that we couldn't get Leslie's audio correct. Jenny, any final words that you want to add? We've got a couple of other filmmakers we're going to bring on here, and I know it went quick. I'm sorry.
Oh, absolutely. One thing that I'm really, really hoping for, Michael Love is very busy because he actually works at Project Rebound on campus, which helps formerly incarcerated students like get through their degrees and helps them with life and everything. And he, so it's really hard. It's actually hard right now to get in touch with him, but I'm hoping that he will come as well and be a big part of the Q&A if you guys have time for one. I love the fact that I've been able to introduce him to people at film festivals because he's just really great and says some amazing things, not only about skating, but about education and about some of the challenges that he faces and that others face. So.
And this entire program, really, we didn't plan it out like that, but this entire program kind of really has that as a theme: redemption and what people can do. People who've been incarcerated, people who've been, dealt a bad hand, or maybe dealt themselves a bad hand in life. So I'll tell you what, I'm really excited for this program. Again, it is part of the Sacramento Film Festival. It is called The World's Greatest Shorts. Jenny's movie is The Rink. Leslie's movie is Out Here. And we're going to run off to a little bit of a break right now. And when we come back, y'all, we're going to be talking to two more filmmakers from another part of the film festival. This is called Cinesoul. Stay right there. We'll be right back. That's right, friends. It's called Cinesoul. I just had late lunch with the director of that program. It's the Sacramento International Black Film Festival, and it is going on as part of a 3-day event from August the 29th through the 31st. You can go to cinesoul.org, cinesoul.org, as I just showed you in that trailer, or you can just go to thecaliforniafilm.net, and I'm going to give you a good reason why right now. Vince has been working. In fact, I wish he was on here right now, but he's been working overtime to try to bring some wonderful filmmakers to town. Crossing our fingers. One of the movies in this program is called Mildred for $1 Million, about a 93-year-old grandmother who's trying to get connected to her 2025 grandkids, and she's trying to do it by getting 1 million followers on TikTok. And of course, that movie stars none other than the fabulous Marla Gibbs. Let's see if we can try to get Marla Gibbs to town. We're gonna cross our fingers and see if we can do that. If you don't know who Marla Gibbs is, go IMDb that name. And if you do know who she is, amazing. Of course, she was on The Jeffersons, Florence the Maid on The Jeffersons, which was a landmark show that supported the whole, I think, my whole generation in terms of what they know about our growth as a society. And so that's one of a handful of shows that we could do entire classes about. Jenny Stark, we could do entire classes about that and how these folks have done so many things for the media landscape. So, but without further ado, what I'd like to do is bring on a couple of these filmmakers who are also in that program. The first one is a gentleman I would just now starting to get to know for a little bit now. He's been kind of in our screenwriting program. I'd like to bring on Mr. Edric Jerome. Edric, what's up, my brother? How are you, sir?
I'm good, Martin. How you doing, man? Always good to see you.
Hey, man, it's good to be seen, man. Anytime any day above ground is a good day as far as I'm concerned. Edric, talk to me. You've got 2 movies in the festival. Talk to me.
Yeah, so the first one, and I think the gentleman that I produced it with, Dion Price, is actually, I think he's might even be in the waiting room.
Yeah, he's in here. bring him on. I was just going to ask you to add, there he goes. Hi,
Yeah,
Dion.
that's the man right there.
Hello. How we doing?
Dion, if you want to, at any time you want to chime in, but I was going to give Edric the floor. Go ahead, Edric. Stay. Dion, interrupt him if he messes up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I met Dion 3-4 years ago. He wrote the book Raised in Hell, which chronicles his upbringing in South Central LA during the 80s with, crack and all of that stuff. And his story is about overcoming all of that. And it's so aspirational and how he ultimately winds up giving back. So it's based on his book. We produced a stage play at the Napa Valley College back in February, and we decided to film it. We took the opportunity to film it. And that's how we came up with the short that Martin, thankfully, you guys watched it and liked it and selected it. And that's Boo Boo Hands. It's very funny. It's got a message, and we're just really proud of this project.
But it's just a segment of a longer piece.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Dion, I can only imagine, but let me ask you, growing up in South Central, what neighborhood again were you in?
I went to Dorsey High. So we were all over South Central LA or that area, dealing with the crackheads on one side of the street, winos on the other, and carjackers and gang members. So you had it was nonstop drama until I got the hell out of there in '86. So it's actually a brief history of LA during that time, but it's also a chronological a testimony of how young people can navigate through trauma, drama, child abandonment, and every issue from addiction to peer pressure to all this poverty. You can navigate it, and all that stuff is still happening. So we decided to put it on film, thanks to Brother Edric and our wonderful director, Miss Tia Madison. We put it on stage, we filmed it, and we put it in small bite size. So this film version, this little small bite size version, is the foster home carousel version, which is Hands. Yes.
Now I don't know if we've got any video or pictures, but if we do, Jason, feel free to just throw those up while we're talking.
Well,
now, what is this one? This is not Boo Boo Hands.
That's the other film that I'm associated with. That's in the midst of them.
All right.
Dion's trailer is on the
Cinesol, on the website.
I just sent the link to you. Raisinhell.com.
All right. So folks, you want to go to cinesol.org, cinesol.org, or californiafilm.net. And look for that Cinesol program, and you'll find that. But talk to me about this other film real quick, if you don't mind, Edric.
Yeah, so Terrence Ivory, who Martin, we did Blue Eye Shadow together. He directed Blue Eye Shadow. And Lamont Young, the talented actor from Blue Eye Shadow. We're back at it again. I'm associate producer on this one, and it's called In the Midst of Them. It's a period piece, takes place in 1941, and it's about black coal miners who are overcoming some adversity, but they also have a mysterious them that they're dealing with. So it's a period piece, a little bit of sci-fi. Amazing performance by Lamont Young and a
powerful,
brand new film, brand new actress, Ashana Andrews. Write her name down.
Mark that name.
Amazing. But with Terrence, we always even associated with Dion and with Terrence, it's all about interesting stories, man. We have some interesting stories to tell, and that always makes me happy. But you can go to ivoryarts.com, or the trailer and everything is on the California Film Festival.
Well, better yet, if you're trying to get them tickets,
yeah.
Let me do this. Go to californiafilm.net. Sorry, Edric. I know we got to. I get it, but I'm trying to sell these tickets, brother. Hey, by the way, speaking of powerful artists, I got to bring on one more person into this conversation as we're talking about the Cinesol aspect. And this is a young lady, gentlemen, that I have known. I don't know. I think she was maybe 13 or 14 when I met her. I think we're gonna find out. But she was a very young woman, and then I met her again later in her trajectory because she became an intern of mine. And then one day she said to me, "Marty, you don't remember me, do you?" And I went, "Sure, I do. You're Parnell. Of course I do." She goes, "No. Back when you were married, I was that little girl that came over and hung out with you." And I was like, "What? That was you?" So over the years, I've known her, and since this time, she was an intern for me back in my Access Sacramento days when we were doing the film festival from there. And then she moved to LA, has had a wonderful career in TV, but wait for it, has just finished her first full-fledged movie. It's a short But guys, give it up. You're going to love it. And before we bring her on, is it okay? Can I go ahead and play that trailer for you, gentlemen?
Yes.
Of course.
Let's do it. Go ahead. This is Parneal. Wait a minute. Hang on. This is Parneal Walker. The movie is Love is Blind. Check it out.
Yo, man, we're waiting for you to jump on this game, bro.
What? Wait, nah, I can't. I'm in on this blind date with Gina's homegirl.
Oh, that's right, that is tonight. Don't mess this up, because if you mess up, Gina gonna get mad.
Yeah, she's a good woman, Chris.
All right.
And quit complaining, because you need a win after what happened to you and Darlene.
I'm Chris.
Hi, nice to meet you.
God, you're beautiful.
Thank you. Dating out here sucks. I mean, until tonight, I didn't think I'd ever date somebody normal. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, you are really killing my vibe.
What's happening right now?
Now you're just being rude. See, I knew it. You LA men are just players. This is why I can't stand dating in LA. Damn.
I'm sorry. I gotta go. Even when I get remotely close, I run away.
Man, how did you mess this up, dude?
My bad. Listen, Hello? Bobby.
Oh, yes. There she is. What's up, Parneal? How you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, I'm good. Can you hear me? Hope you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, good. Yes, I'm great. Thank you for having me. And
Hey,
thanks for that amazing introduction. I was like, "Ooh, who's that? That's me."
Well, hey, look, I'm a little bit of a homer. I guess I'm a little proud of you. But fill us in. I mean, I told them about the early days when you were just a little thing and you were living next door to my wife and her family that were down the street. But talk to me about what you've been doing lately. Now, I know you've been working in TV and whatnot, but how did this come to be, this movie, Love is Blind? Okay, hang on. She's putting us on a cliffhanger. Uh-oh. Look at that. She broke up right at the moment when I got Parneal. That's show business. She just put us on a cliffhanger. All right, well, I guess we're going to have to find out. There she goes. Hi, there she is. Hi, Parneal.
I hope y'all can hear me.
Try it again. I can hear you now.
Oh,
Go for it.
I'm back.
Parneal, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Sorry, my connection just. I can hear you now.
You're going to make us have to watch this movie just
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Find out any story about it. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I know. Okay, yeah, my connection went dead. Well, no, so I've been just busy. I worked on, went out to LA, started working at Universal, did some stuff on the Tonight Show. Then I ended up getting into scripted. I worked for House. I was a writer's assistant. And then from there, worked in production behind the scenes. I was a production secretary. And then I ended up landing in post. And that's where I started getting sort of interested in directing. That's where I was like, you know what? I've seen this now from every standpoint, the studio standpoint, the writers, set, office, and I was like, I can do this. I think I can finally direct my own piece. So that's kind of like what I've been working on. Shows like Grownish, Mixed-ish. I just did Papa's House with the Wayans. That was an amazing experience.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just been
You've
trucking
been doing
along.
the dang thing. Well, why did it take you so long to make your first short since you've been doing I guess you've been busy.
I've been busy. Well, I initially just wanted to be a writer producer. I don't know why I never considered that writing and directing went together better than writing and producing, but I kept saying, no, I want to be a writer producer. But
in TV, that makes sense because a lot of producers are the head writer, right, of the show in TV, the showrunner.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
so I think
that would
that
make
was
sense.
so I think that's where my mindset was at. But then once I started working in post, seeing the script from beginning to end, I was like, you know what? I didn't see it coming out that way. I think I want to take a stab at this. I think I want to start writing my own stories and directing my own stories. And I found that when I was writing, I could visualize it better. And I felt like, I think I can direct this, not that I could direct it better than anyone else, but just, I know my vision and I know my voice. And I wanted to just show that.
Well, you did. And gentlemen, Edric and Dion. So two things I want to say to all of you, because we do have to. This is fast paced. We got to move on to the next set of filmmakers, but don't go away because I want to bring you all back for a class photo at the end. But two things in the meantime. Number one is help me get an audience. CaliforniaFilm.net, Cinesoul, CINESOUL.org. Get in there and get these tickets. And by the way, the second thing is I need you all to, because I want to pack the house. I want people to see your movie, Parnell. Edric and Dion, I want people to see your films because I know for a fact that once people see this talent up on the screen, they're going to be, man, I didn't know NorCal had it like that. I didn't even know it was like that. They're going to, and every year when we bring people with this amazing talent back to SAC, right? And people get to see what's really going on. That's exactly what happens. People walk up to me and they say, man, I didn't know we had it like that. And I go, you better recognize we do have it like that. So you need to help me pack this house, do everything you can to get an audience so that people can enjoy this. And it's CaliforniaFilm.net. That's what we need to do to get that cracking. And the second thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is that program, Cinesoul, plays on the 31st, but on the 30th, we have a thing called the Digital Odyssey Conference. That's an all-day filmmaking program. The last track, I think it's the final track of the day at 4 p.m., is the Urban Film Summit. I want to invite all you guys that way we can get around a table, break some bread, and it's called the Urban Film Summit. That's with the Digital Odyssey Conference. And if I can get you guys in there, we can have a conversation and talk about not only the trials and tribulations and pitfalls, but about the successes that you all are having in this wonderful entertainment industry. All right, guys, listen, we've got to move it on. We got two more filmmakers we got to talk to. Stay there. Don't go anywhere. But I'm going to play a little trailer for you, get you juiced up for this SAC Film Fest, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, listen, I am so thrilled. You know, I'm going to tell you guys something. The Sacramento Film Festival is a labor of love. Everybody that works on this film festival, including myself, are volunteers, okay? And we all have day jobs, and we all work in the industry. I work on a television station for a living in the Bay Area, and I have a lot of love for all the wonderful artists that come out of NorCal from, you know, SAC down, the Bay Area, and back down. Cal is where they put their Mac down, right? And guess what? So too does the rest of the crew. I referenced Vincent D. Miles, the director of our Cinesoul program, who is an actor par excellence. I also want you guys to know that we have a Cine Latino component, Dr. Jorge Santana, and we have an entire crew of interns, of volunteers. Eating, who I'd mentioned earlier, who's in Costa Rica watching right now, who graduated from Sac State. We have a whole group, a whole family of people. And if you want to get involved in that family, when you go to that website, yeah, sure, I want you to buy a ticket and I want you to come to the film festival, but not just so that you can come to the film festival, but so that you can be a part of this growing movement. And I got to tell you, right now, we have well into the thousands of members up and down the state, and it is growing. We're getting about 35 to 40 new members a week through our various social media channels and through that website. So go there, peep it out, and if you're a filmmaker, we're going to be there to help you. You might not get your movie in the film festival the first time. You might not. But we'll be there to help you to make it happen for you in the long term. We're not here trying to play like we're going to walk down the carpet and we're just going to hand everybody a participation trophy. No, what we're here to do is help grow and mature this filmmaking community. And that's why we've been here for 30 years. So understand that this is our 30th year anniversary and you're the reason why. So get involved if you haven't been, and let's get educated and let's have some fun. By the way, that opening party on the 29th, if you are a member, we're going to make that available to you for free of charge. So come in there, even if you don't even if you can't afford to buy a ticket right now, come on down. It's all happening in Old Sacramento. And I couldn't be more thrilled because, again, we have so many partners just in Old Sac that are helping us make this thing happen. The beautiful Railroad Museum. I mean, even if you don't even watch a movie, if you just go in and check out the Railroad Museum, yes, that is our main our main venue, as well as Reunion Underground, as well as the boat. I'm talking about the Delta King, just to hang out this whole weekend. It's going to be amazing. August 29 through 31. Now that I've done that little pitch for the organization, and I want to have you meet a couple more filmmakers. Now, I'm not sure if we got them both here. I'm looking for Sheila Johnson for Wolves Among Zombies, and I'm looking for Mr. Richard. I have Richard Anthony here. That's the name, but I have a Richard Batres in here as well. So Part-Time Criminals. Guys, there they are. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you both. How are you? Sheila.
Good. Hi.
Pleasure. I don't think we've met.
We haven't, but we will, obviously.
Yeah. Well, pleasure to meet the both of you. Richard, you came in. Didn't you come the other day at the 48? Weren't you there?
I did. And I found an editor there thanks to your great program. So thank you for that, Martin.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad we were able to hook you up there. And are you gonna participate in the 48 as well? Are you gonna try to throw your hat in the ring on that?
We're shooting this Saturday, so hopefully we'll have a film this Sunday.
Woo! And if you guys at home don't know what I'm talking about, one of the other components, a lot of components, is called the 48-Hour Film Festival. We call it 48 Hours Sacramento and 48 Hours California, but really we should call it 48 Hours Universal because we got people literally from all over the globe that participate in this program. And yes, this weekend, if you're watching live, is the shooting weekend, and it will premiere on August the 30th. And we're actually going to make it a double feature this year. It's going to premiere with Mark S. Allen's new movie. All right. Don't Answer, which, by the way, is a horror movie. So Mark Allen's movie will play first. If you're a little scary, if you're a little squeamish, you might want to wait to come in, but it is a double feature. So, and Mark S. Allen is one of our judges this year. And if you guys don't know who Mark S. Allen is, go IMDb that name. The man's won more Emmys than Carter has little liver pills. Plus, he's an absolute fabulous human being. So find out who he is. Find out about this movie, Don't Answer. And yes, we're going to have that as part of the thank you, Jason, for putting that up there. That's the poster for the new movie. And that looks kind of creepy to me, but believe me, I've seen this movie. The movie's a lot creepier. so you're going to love it. If you like horror, if horror is your jam, this is going to be good. But Sheila, if we could, let's talk about your movie, Wolves Among Zombies. What can you tell us about this wonderful little film?
Yes, so I actually co-produced with Steve Hovez, who's on the Zoom, on the video somewhere. But
is he on here?
He is on. I'd love to bring him on.
All right, Steve, if you're on here, we'll try to bring you on. Okay, Steve J. There he is. Hey, Steve.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, buddy? Sorry about that, bro. They don't always give me accurate information about who's coming on these things.
All good. But yeah, Steve and I are friends and colleagues and have really worked hard to embrace the raw creativity in our day jobs and turned that love affair of creativity into a movie, a short film, and the horror comedy music video space. It applies to anyone that has experienced presenting, a meeting, a family member that's not listening. It's really just a love language to something that we can all relate to, as well as trying to get through to someone that may or may not be listening. Steve, anything
by the way, Sheila, I just want to add, we put it in the NorCal All-Stars for a reason, because we figured that you guys are all-stars for having done such a sweet, cute, genre-bending movie. Steve, what can you tell me about the genesis of this thing?
Oh, wow. Well, it was actually kind of sort of lightning in a bottle a little bit. Sheila and I have worked together on some corporate videos, and it's corporate video life, right? So you're kind of going through the talking head motions, and then just kind of stitching together something that is essentially just a corporate thing. So Sheila and I are always kind of bouncing ideas off each other, and then one day she's like, "Hey, this musician is having a music festival in Austin, Texas, and we should try to submit something to it to see if we can get anywhere presented in it." And so the musician is Shaky Graves, and we both like Shaky Graves. He's a country folk rocker out of Austin, Texas. And I'm always kind of up for a challenge of some kind. And I think at that point in my life, I was feeling kind of creatively dead, so because, you just kind of do that in your corporate world a little bit. And even though my profession is in doing creative, I still feel that sort of anxiety. That's why it's always sort of really inspiring to see all these different filmmakers on here right now doing their thing. And I'm just like, man, I absolutely love that. I think it's really cool.
We are not worthy. We are not worthy, Steve.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, I can't wait to see Richard's movie as well. So I think that's going to be super cool.
Well, Richard, let's talk a little bit about your movie. I have had the privilege of knowing you for just a little while here, but Part-Time Criminals had a really also unique concept. Talk to us a little bit about it.
Well, it's about two brothers that own a small struggling theater, as most small theaters are. And I kind of had this concept of one brother was really responsible and one wasn't. So there's kind of a yin and yang. And because of the struggling theater, they decide, let's rob a bank. And there's kind of a backstory of a bandit who's gone viral. And on the success of this bank robbery bandit, they decide, well, hell, we can also do this. And we just want to do one bank robbery. This guy has robbed 8 or 9 at this point. It's become sort of a fad. Mm-hmm. And they sort of do a copycat robbery. And that's kind of where the comedy sort of bubbles up from this. And of course, Nick, who plays Taylor, is kind of the straight-laced one who's gets fairly upset at the concept of me and my partner Les deciding to rob a bank.
Now, guys, I want to say, I don't know if we have trailers or any kind of media for any of these movies, but Jason, feel free to pop it. Do you have a trailer? If so, feel free to pop one up there so we can take a look at it. And then if not, if there's any video or just pictures or whatever, feel free to put that in there as well. All right. So, gentlemen and our lady here, I just want to tell you guys really fast, we are also, as I mentioned, we have a program called the Digital Odyssey Conference. And because you guys have such amazing stories, I just want you to know that this conference is a day-long filmmaking conference. But and check it out. So we want you to all be there for all of it. There's going to be a SAG-AFTRA Presents. So we're going to be able to talk to the union about maybe it's not so scary to work with the Actors Union after all, to get good actors in your program. That's going to start out at 10 a.m. And then it's going to go with Tech Talk with Lucas Simmons from Generate Media. And he's going to be talking about all the new style, all the next generation virtual production, as well as, yeah, you heard it, AI, that big boogeyman that we've all been scared about. We're going to actually talk about it. But the thing I want you guys to know, in addition to all these wonderful things, we're going to have Mark Klebanoff from the amazing feature Prisoner of War. But the thing I want you guys to also know is that we're going to have a thing called Meet the Makers, right? Munch and Meet with the Makers. That's going to be at noon 30. And that's going to be an opportunity for all of you to come in, break bread. And if you're watching from home right now we're doing a half off. It's a $50 ticket, but if you use the code, and it's literally right there when you click through, you can see the code, you can get $25 on that entire day. So that'll only get you into the Digital Odyssey Conference, but it'll get you into 5 separate tracks. Like I said, Mark Klebanoff, the Urban Film Summit that I mentioned earlier, and of course, Munch with the Makers. But for you guys, I want you guys there, just there, okay? Because you guys need to be there because I want to hear these fabulous stories some more. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here with us. This has been an amazing time that we've had here. And, the bottom line, Jason, if you could bring us back on.
Stevens with the Sacramento City Police Department. We're asking for the public's help in identifying this man in connection with robbing 3 banks in one day.
The region has been plagued by recent bank robberies, and locals are avoiding banks altogether with fears that these robberies will escalate into violence. Back to you, Peggy.
If Bubblegum Man can do 8 banks, Les and I, we can do 1.
And then old Skipper's going to be packing his own heat on this mission.
You're not packing anything real, are you, Les?
You aren't still thinking about that goddamn bank.
Give him all the money because it's me.
Guys, I got to tell you, I wasn't sure that we had that media, so I apologize. But you know what? That looks like a lot of fun, guys. So I'm going to tell you something right now. If you guys want to see more, you got to go to that website and you got to join us August 29 through 31st. Listen, can we bring, I don't know, Jason, if we can bring everybody back on, whoever's left here, let's bring them back on. I don't know how many people we can get on this, but I just want to say, really, on behalf of our entire team, we want you to know something. We know how hard it is for you guys to make movies, okay? Because we're all content creators. We're all filmmakers. And I'm telling you right now, my hat is off to you guys. I am going to be so excited to try to build and help you guys build an audience for your movies. And I want you to know that our entire team is stoked, waiting, and ready. And do us a huge favor. When you come through Sacramento from wherever, I know Parnell, you live down in SoCal, and some of you guys live in Stanislaus and other places. But when you come through Sacramento that weekend, bring this same kind of energy that you brought here today, because we love you and we can't do it without you. You are the reason that there is a 30-year-old Sacramento International Film Festival. So give yourselves a round of applause. Folks at home, I am out of here, but not for long, because we're going to do this again. We're going to do part 2 in about a couple days. So stay with us. Stay plugged in. We thank you. We love you. Good night.